what got you interested in the aspect of producing music?
I grew up in Alaska. I was always a singer. I was always into music. When I was 18, I moved to LA and decided to pursue like singer-songwriter stuff. And then I went to Coachella and I saw Tiesto and I was like, this is awesome. And I wanted to try to get involved with that. It just kind of slowly progressed. Like the songs that I wrote, I turned them into dance songs and it seemed to work.
You like to sing. Do you feel like that's something that sets you apart from most producers nowadays?
I mean, there's a lot of producers that can sing, but I guess it definitely sets me apart because I sing live too at my shows, which isn't common. It's something that I'll always keep in my show. I mean, it's what I did first.
Are there any places you'd like to see yourself perform in the future?
I love playing in the city. I feel like the people here are really receptive to pretty much whatever you want to play.
You want to let your fans know about the direction your career is going in, as opposed to where it was 6 months ago?
Tonight is like really a night that I'm coming out and really stating who I am, like hard, borderline trance, borderline progressive house. The new track, Petrichord, it kind of sums all that up in one, and a couple of new ones that I'm working on as well. And some of the shows I've had to play and some of the songs I've made weren't necessarily like what I wanted to be. And I feel like tonight is really like a big start.
What are some things that tipped you off to kind of like gear you in this direction?
I just love the intensity of it. I love, like I saw like Armin a bunch of times and I got to play with him on New Year's, and the way that his crowd loves him and the intensity that he really brings, and it's just a true passion to me. It's something that I really love. You know, I love everything from deep house to techno and progressive all the way to uplifting trance, but like what makes me happy to play and make and what works with my vocals is that borderline, and who knows where it's going to go. It's just the cool thing about the metamorphosis of dance music.
Do you see yourself wanting to open or headline for any other artists?
Armin's definitely my favorite, and that was a dream come true. Eric Priz is also one of my favorites, and I got to play with him at Roseland. I just kind of want to just be in this community and play shows with everybody and have a good time, as long as it makes sense and as long as it, you know, as long as I fit in there, you know, with the music that I play. You
mentioned fitting in the community. Is it more welcoming or is it more apprehensive to new artists?
It's welcoming to an extent. The people I hang out with are welcoming. Like, there's definitely those egos out there and those people who don't want to let new people in and stuff like that, but you know, you just brush that off. And the cool thing about dance music and what I liked at the beginning is that people are just accepting, and it's like with the festivals, people just like hug each other, help each other out and stuff like that. And like, I think that it should be like that on the business side too, especially with the artists. Like management, they can do what they want, but the artists, I think they should, as long as they're making the music and doing the right work, I think being open and honest and receptive is the best quality.
Are there any shows we can look forward to seeing you perform at?
Summer of 2013 is going to be great. Playing Philly with Dash, Berlin, playing in the city at CLO and Pasha again, and possibly Roseland again, I'm not sure. Going to Dominican Republic, Miami, Chicago, Baltimore, DC. I would like to know who Tyler was before he was this amazing producer. Growing up in Alaska was different, you know, and when I was 12 years old I moved to Baku, Azerbaijan, which is in the Middle East. And when I was there, like, it was kind of like a crazy, difficult place to live, and I started pursuing music when I was young, like 12, 13, like I was just playing guitar and making little garage bands and stuff like that. I moved back to Alaska and I just kind of fell into that music scene there. And then I went to LA and I just started to pursue music there too, and then went to a show and saw Tiesto. And that all just came together and influenced me to move to New York and pursue this DJing and producing and singing as well. I mean, every place that I've lived has always been so much different in the last, like California to Alaska to New York to Azerbaijan, and I guess it all kind of just made me who I am, and it made me see that music is like really that constant in my life, and I don't know what I would be if I didn't do music.
Are there any newer artists that you kind of look to?
Heavily influenced outside of dance music too, like Muse, like favorite band, the way they use arpeggios, the way that they're even guitar drops in their music, like they have like breakdowns that just are intense. I pull a lot of influence from other places as well, like lyrics that I write I'll take from examples like John Mayer and Coldplay, and a lot of folky chill music like Ray LaMontagne and Radiohead, and like William Fitzsimmons and Iron and Wine and stuff like that. Like those are where I'll probably base like my writing style off of. It's not like your cheesy classic we're going out tonight and buying bottles and stuff like that, it's usually some dramatic, heartbreaking lyric. Even though I'm not heartbroken, it's just kind of what comes out.
Are there any other tips for up-and-coming producers?
Just literally just work all day long. Like, that's just it. If you work, you'll continue to learn and learn and learn, and your production will get tighter and tighter, and that's the key to all of this.
Was there anything nerve-wracking when you were first starting to do this?
Oh yeah, it was so annoying for the longest time. Like, why doesn't my kick drum sound like this? And like, I would look at every tutorial online, and I'd try to find everything, and it just didn't work out. And then one day, you just kind of starts to click, and things just kind of come together, and you just start to make that sound that you've been trying to for too long.
What is it that you want a crowd to get from your sets?
One of the reasons why I want to do trance and house is because I want it to be like those breakdowns, like the big pads and the vocals and the lyrics, and like that's like the emotional, like hand raising in the air and stuff like that, but then the drop comes and the energy comes. Like, I really like where those two emotions meet. And a show that's perfect for me is when the crowd's just ready to just rage, but they're also ready to put their hands up and sing along. And like, I've seen people like with tears in their eyes and stuff like that because it's their favorite song or something like that. But it's all of those emotions, that everything about dance music, what it's about.
Thanks again for sitting down with us. Appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule. Is there any last things you'd like to tell us or say to your fans before we sign off?
Just hope to see you out there. Thanks for all the support, and I look forward to sharing my new music with you guys, and thanks for everything.